business like it's my job. Yeah, I know what I want.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of I Live For This. It's not a review, it is an interview. And today's special guest, we have Raven. But before we bring her on, we're going to do a couple of announcements. Like usual, new merch package has started. A reminder, there are still 3 merch giveaways from the All-Stars 10 giveaways. We're not going to say which ones, so we don't want anybody fraudulently trying to claim them. But in a previous video, we announced the winners. If you are one of the winners that we announced, it is up to you to contact us because we don't have your contact information. So either contact us. There's 3 outstanding giveaways that we have ready for you. You can contact me at trinitythetuck@gmail.com with your information from that podcast as a winner, so we know it's you. And we'll get you your merch. If you've already contacted me and I've responded, yours has been mailed out and we'll get to you soon. If you do not claim this by the end of this round, we will put those prizes towards this round. So somebody else will get those prizes. But this round prizes so far is 2 Grumpkins. You get, as seen previously, you get one that is inspired by me, one that's inspired by Shontelle. There's a Labubu giveaway. You get to unbox your own Labubu. You get a 3-month subscription to Shontelle's hair page, a 3-month subscription to our extra content podcast for this podcast. You get 2 books, my lookbook and my Christmas book. You get a 15-minute virtual meet and greet with me and Shontelle in drag. You get a plushie from Build-A-Bear store here in Los Angeles. Shontelle, more information.
You can get this at the Century City Westfield Mall. We'll attach the address here for you guys to get it. His name is Jeremy. He is the one that has been sponsoring all these things for this giveaway. So thank you so much, Jeremy, at the Build-A-Bear store.
Perfect. And then we are going to go ahead and go right into our interview because she is waiting. I'm so excited about this guest. I've looked up to this queen for many, many years before I was on Drag Race. And then after Drag Race, I know, Shontelle, you probably feel very similar.
Oh, yeah. I used to always create her makeup looks and stuff and try to paint like her. But, bitch, you know that obviously never happened.
Yeah, she is mother when it comes to makeup. Welcome, Raven.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry.
Thank you for waiting.
Oh, no problem. Why? What were you doing?
We were just we were waiting. We were just doing our announcements at the beginning of it.
Oh, okay. So I was sitting in the waiting room.
Yes, you were sitting in the waiting room.
Did you see me going back and forth?
No.
I was trying because I'm sitting in this little in my kitchen, this off room, and I was like, there's no light, so I'm like, you got to do,
you're trying to find the best
the
lighting.
riggery of trying to fix
completely
anything that you can. So I've got a I made it. But I don't have headphones.
See you.
That's okay. You sound great. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yeah, you sound great.
There's no feedback.
Do you own the house that you're in?
Yes.
Of course you do, bitch. You are making that big bucks now, honey. She has got money.
I'm doing okay for myself. I never feel like I always feel like, I still go, oh no, I shouldn't. Like this past week, I literally did not leave my house 3 days in a row. I stayed in my backyard in the pool, just going, okay, because every time I leave, you spend
a lot of money.
Yes. So I said, you know what? Stay at home. You don't need to go anywhere. Just stay in your house and enjoy being home and don't spend. Didn't even go on Amazon. I try not to do Amazon. You have to.
Yeah.
I didn't do eBay. I didn't do anything. So I was a very good boy, but I did leave today.
And you broke the track record.
Yeah, and I ended up spending money. No, it
Oh,
wasn't too
no.
much. I have an addiction to candles and fragrance and like the house smelling.
Yeah.
So even though I bought,
So when the trade comes in, if
it smells good.
they gotta
I,
yes, they gotta have a moment
yeah.
when they
I
walk
buy
in.
candles from my bathroom because you know how I blow it up, bitch.
See, I don't even burn a candle in my bathroom. I mean, I put one in there, but I never light it in the downstairs bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
yeah.
Shontelle, we've never met.
I know, and it's so weird because like I used to be on cast at Play, and they would always book the girls, but I never got to work with you. And I've always like, I'm a girl, I travel all over the place, but I've never got to work with you physically.
No, we have
So
never.
it's
And
nice to finally meet you.
well, it's nice to find it's meet or what make your acquaintance, whatever they say. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, wait, I've never worked with or met Shontelle. Of course, I know who you are, but we've
Well, thank
never.
you. That means a lot coming from you.
Well, yeah, that one of the things that I think a lot of people don't understand is that everyone knows drag queens now, whether you've been on
Yeah,
television or not.
as much as people think it's like a big circle, it's actually a really tight circle.
Yes, I wouldn't say tight.
Well, you know what I mean.
A small circle.
Okay, so let's start. Shontelle, you go with you ask 2 questions, then I'll ask. I'll piggyback off you.
Well, my first 2 questions are: where were you born? Like, where are you from?
I was born in Rexburg, Idaho.
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 I'm not
like Rexburg.
I don't even know where that's at.
It's in Idaho.
She does not know where she doesn't know where Idaho is. She's not
where is that on the
geography.
United
We
States?
left there. My dad was going to college there, and we left there before. Like, I don't remember it. I was still like baby. I was born there, and then we went to Provo, Utah. Then we went to Itasca, Illinois, which is just outside of Chicago.
Okay.
We were living with we was po. So we had to go live with grandparents and go live with these grandparents and go, so it was a lot of finding a place to stay. Like,
Yeah.
So, but I warn you now, I go off and I just start talking and my mind goes,
We love that. We love that.
Yeah, I was born in Rexburg, Idaho. Moved to California, Southern California, moved to Victorville when I was 5. So I'm pretty much raised California boy.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been doing drag?
I started doing drag May 10th, 2002.
You've only been doing drag literally almost exactly a year more than me.
Really? Why did I think you were doing drag like a lot less?
2003. March 2003.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a
How old are you?
What?
How old are you?
46.
So you were a late bloomer.
Yes, I did.
Because I started when I was 18. So you started with what? Like when you were like 23?
22, I believe I was 22.
Yeah, that's kind of late. I mean, not late,
I
late,
had
but
always
like
had the itch, like oh gosh, I really want to do this. I really want to do this. This looks like fun, but I didn't have.
How did you discover it?
Rue, Paul, like we all saw drag on TV, but it was always campy, making fun of drag. It was.
That's how I saw it. Like, I didn't even know that drag was drag because they were making fun of it. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah. And I remember seeing Rue and going, oh my gosh, that's glamorous. And then seeing Tu Wong Fu and being like, oh, I want to do that. And I remember leaving the movie theater with my boyfriend in high school at the time. And I said, I want to do drag. And he goes, over my dead body. And because he
was a woman,
beautiful hair, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I kind of stopped, and then I knew the stigma behind being a queen. Everyone had said, "Look, you will either meet guys who think are completely turned off by it. If I want to date a girl, I'll date a girl," and then you would have guys who are completely turned on by it and want you to be in drag all the time. And I said, "Okay, well, I'm going to do this anyway. I don't care. I really don't." And I was talking about this yesterday, how I come from the class of you put this on, you got into the car as quickly as possible, not being seen by anyone out on the street. You got into the club, did your thing, you took it off, packed it away, and no one knew any wiser. And you would know that people saw you, but it wasn't like it is now. It's more acceptable. It's more mainstream. It's more people respect it more, and it's been
Yeah,
legitimate.
that is the biggest change
Yeah,
from when we start is the respect aspect of it. Like the muscle gaze would never be caught dead talking to a drag queen before, but now they
They
are
want to be up in our
worshiping.
cookies.
or
Now they are
twirling,
worshiping.
or twirling.
Yeah.
They're also wanting to get into it, and the thing is there's a queen that lives inside every single homosexual, every single one, even
I was
straight
just
Absolutely.
men.
saying this.
And so for now it's been looked at like, oh, I guess it's a little easier for me to stomach and swallow. And you would see the guys, the muscle guys, or the titty queens, as my friend calls them, who would go and live for you on stage, work, bitch, and they'd stand there. And then the minute they would see you off stage on the patio, it was like, oh, don't talk to her, don't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I never took it personally. I did find out there was someone who wanted to date me back in the day, and he was talking to my best friend, and he said, I love David, he's so handsome, he's so cute, he's so sweet, but I just can't get over that he does drag. And my friend was like, okay, like, bye, see you in biology.
Yeah.
And so I later run into that bitch in full fucking drag.
Wow.
So, and I didn't say anything. I just went, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. But I don't, if you're going to view me that way, I don't want you around. I don't care to try and cater to what's going to make you happy.
Are you single now?
I am.
Because I met you, you were married or you were in a long-term relationship.
Yep.
So you're not, girl, you're probably too busy. You probably ain't got time to meet nobody.
I meet a lot of really nice guys, but they're,
The pit crew, bitch.
yeah. Yeah.
Cameraman,
The
bitch.
camera guys. No, I love our crew. Shout out to our crew. But I meet a lot of guys who they're so timid. Oh, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to, and I'm like, look, do you normally bug guys? Do you normally text them?
Well,
or call
also
them?
I've noticed too that the guys that want to talk to us as drag queens are almost like intimidated by how much our presence is. Like they think because we have such a big personality, it's almost like intimidating to them.
Yeah, and they don't get that a lot of us are actually very shy. A lot of us are
Very like I don't even like being around people.
I've kind of got to the point where I feel a little more blessed when I'm alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I mean, you're probably really overstimulated too, because you are constantly around. Like I mean, we all are drag queens traveling in shows. You're even surrounded backstage with like tons of people, and you always have to turn it on. And in the line of work that you're in, you have to be nice to everybody. I mean, we queens, we do, but like you're with all the crew and stuff that you're in, you have to be nice. So it's like,
and
that's draining.
And I think I am very misconceived, and I am also misunderstood that, because I do tend to, I will fire a warning shot. If someone asks me my opinion, I'll say, do you really want to know? That right there lets you know it's not going to be a good one. If it's a good one,
That's a
I will
smart way
say
to do it.
straight out, here's what it is. But I am not, I'm not just some sort of a bitch or an asshole who goes around, doing all of this. I like to work with people and have a good time and and enjoy them, and good morning, how is it going? All that. But if someone has to really cross me sideways to be like, or I just have to get a bad vibe off them from the jump and go, I don't care for this person. But I pretty much I'm cool with everyone. Unless you cross. But I'm not going to be like, oh, bitch, I am the sweetest one unless you come for me, bitch, and then I'm going to let you have it. I don't describe, like, I'm not that, but I
don't think anybody would describe you that way either.
Well, I would hope not.
I think one thing that I appreciate about you is in the encounters that we've had and what I've seen on TV, you're the exact same. So it's, you know what you're getting, you know where you stand with Raven. I prefer somebody to be a straight shooter and tell it like it is and be honest, because I don't have to wonder with that kind of person.
Well, and it's those are the type of people you really want to surround yourself with. And they're
they're not yes people.
No, and it can come off as an asshole. It can come off as asking something and just going, yo, I want a straight up answer, or not.
I see it as tough love.
There's that too, but I also don't tiptoe around things. I'm not gonna go, oh, I'm gonna say it, and if this didn't work out, well, then we'll go our separate ways. But I'm not gonna bend all of these different ways for different personalities and different people in order to make it good for all of these separate personalities. I'm just going to be myself, and if it doesn't blend, it doesn't blend. Which is,
I think also, like, when you're trying to put on a front, or you're telling a lie or a fib to whatever, that's a lot to keep up with, to like try to remember.
Mm-hmm.
I recently, literally like this past week, there was an interview with a Rue girl that came out.
I was just thinking about this.
Which somebody said, basically, this girl, she does not like me. I do not like her. And she said, she's a Rue girl, and she said that Trinity is a pathological liar. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been called a lot of things, but no one that knows me would ever describe me as a liar. They would say, like you, I'm almost too honest.
Yeah.
Honest to a fault.
I've never seen someone say that about you. That's crazy. And I thought you were going to bring up something else. That's why I said that, but that's crazy.
Yeah. So I think, like, that's why I relate a lot to you, Raven, is because I feel like we are similar on, we're straight shooters. You get what you see.
And we've been around each other enough that, like, I've never gotten that vibe off you, like, oh, this bitch is telling me a crock of shit right now.
I don't girl, again, like that's like too much to have to try to remember, like all these stories. Like, why would you be? Now we do know, I'm sure you do know too, some people that are fibbers, and you can immediately see it.
Yeah. And the second they start talking, you're like, this person is full of shit. They're full of shit. And you can just smell it, and you go, okay. And you just slowly kind of walk away from them, and then you go, okay, I don't want to be around them again.
That's the thing about me too as a Virgo, is like, I'm really good at picking up body language and energies. Like,
I thought you were about to say body odor.
Well, that's you, bitch. I don't like smells, but no, I'm serious. Like, I can tell when someone does not like me, or just like has changed. I don't know. I'm really good at picking up like energies and body language and how you look and speak. Because if, like, I can tell somebody, like 9 times out of 10, like, I'll be with my boyfriend and we'll meet someone and I'll be like, they're fake, or they don't like us. Or even with Trinity, I'll tell her, like, they're not invested as much into like either my conversation versus hers, and she'll be like, really? And I'm like, no, I can tell. And then 9 times out of 10, it's usually true.
And a lot of times they're just trying to use you as the gateway to Trinity.
Yes.
I see that shit all the time. And I do your thing, but like I can see that too. And it makes me sad because
it's the same too for Jules.
Really?
Yeah, so many people are like always trying to like use me as like a gateway to like somehow get some kind of connection with her.
Oh, because they know that you're her drag mother. They're like, oh, yes. Shontelle, can you give me Jules' number, or can you put me in contact? Oh, I hate that.
So annoying.
Or when someone baits you, when they bait you, when they try to open up a conversation. Oh my gosh, how have you been? And you think that they're legitimately trying to see how you are. And then the minute you respond, they're like, oh, by the way, my friend this wants this. Can you do this? Can you do? And it's like, oh, bitch, I honestly thought you wanted to see how I was. And you are now asking for favors.
Do you get a lot of that because you're so close with Rue? Like, obviously, out of any Drag Race girl, you are the one closest to Rue because you're in her face.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you get that all the time. Hey, can you do me this favor? And
there are some times where I've done it. I've been like, oh, you know what? here's a picture, can you autograph it? But trying to like do other things or ask a bunch of favors or do but no, I don't like to overstep that because I know how it feels when people do that to me. And she would never be like, bitch, no. She'd go, okay, well, you know, she'll sign the thing or whatever. But it sucks because you feel like you're taking advantage of me. And it's worse when it's someone that you love or care for or look at a certain way and they start doing that and you go, oh, that's what this was. That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, I have 1000%. Like, okay, I'll give you one. And if you try that again, because you're already gonna get you're already gonna immediately be able to tell that makes me uncomfortable. And so if you try that again, knowing that it makes me uncomfortable, and I did you that favor, and you try to do that again, you're out.
Yeah. And over the years, I've started to find it, I don't want to say easier because it's never easy, but separating myself from people and going, okay, I guess this is goodbye. It's, 20 years of friendship, but we'll go our separate ways because you think I'm toxic for you. I think you're toxic for me, whichever it is. But whether it's family, blood or not, you need to be watching out for you. And if something ain't vibing, you need to be able to say no. And if someone's going to do that to you 2 times, they're going to do it to you more.
I have a question about that now that you mentioned that. What has been, you don't say their name or anything. What has been the longest friendship that you've had to cut off? Because I have a story too.
It was 20 years.
20-year friendship.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I would say my friendship, I had to cut off this person. It was close to 20 years. It was probably like 15 to 18 years. And they were kind of one of like my drag mothers. They weren't my drag mother, but they were like right up there. Mm-hmm. And they did help me a lot at the beginning. They gave me a lot of start, but what I found was, this is way after I got on Drag Race, they would make plans with me and cancel those plans literally every single time. And this happened like 5 times. And I was like, girl, I can't do this anymore. And then there was like this whole woe is me and all this stuff. And then the favors. Uh-huh. And so then I was like, girl, I can't. You're too toxic for me. And apparently I'm too toxic for you.
Becoming one-sided.
We gotta move on.
Yeah, and you don't ever want it to be one-sided. They're like, I feel like this is a new thing with people now. Talking about that is a lot of people want to make these plans, and then when it comes time to do them, they're like, "No, I'm sorry," and you're like, and I am very, very big on if I'm talking with someone and I say, "Oh, we're gonna make plans for this date," I go right to my phone, I put it in there. That date is for you. And if I do want to schedule something else later or earlier in the day, cool. But I'm putting you in this calendar. This is for you. My time is my time. No matter how I use it, that's up to me. But I'm giving you some of it. You better take it. And if you do not, I know now where I stand with you. So I will go, well, I'm not going to make plans with you again. Because you
don't have that much time to waste. You're
also
busy
should
person.
not have to be the one to call someone and go or text them and go, hey, just a reminder, are we still on for tomorrow? No, you should remember tomorrow. And if I'm not important enough for you to remember tomorrow,
should be 50-50.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm a big, listen, like I have this conversation with Trinity about specific people. I'm like, listen, if I'm going to invest in our friendship or like do a lot for you, I don't do things and expect anything in return, but I do expect you to be there as a friend for me.
Yeah. And being there is, it doesn't have to be showing up somewhere and taking me somewhere and doing this and do that. Being there can be the tiniest little thing. And,
Literally.
You see throughout your day who checks in on you. You see who you to.
That's the biggest thing is just that little bit of respect of, hey, how are you? Hey, I miss you. Hey, I love you. That's it. That's it. But then like when these people constantly are like, hey, can you do this for me? Can I get this from you? and that's the only time they ever contact you. You know they're not your real friend.
No. And there are some people that I know when I was constantly at Mickey's on Monday who I would never hear from them except for Mondays. Girl, can you get me 4 seats? Can you put and I'm like, really, bitch?
Yeah.
I never hear from you, but for this, okay, I'll get you the seats, but we're not hanging out afterward.
Yeah.
I have a question too about like the Mickey's and performing and stuff. So do you like performing and drag more than doing the makeup artistry for people, or do you like both the same way?
I actually have a love for both. When I am working behind the scenes doing what we're doing, I'm in love. I'm the first one there. I'm like, oh, I love doing it. But then I get an itch where I'm like, oh, I want to go to the club. I miss the club. And then I get to go do the club. And then after, a couple months of doing that, I'm like, okay, now I'm going to go back and do this. So I never like one more than the other. I love them both. I will always be a club queen. I will go right back to the club, to a bar, to wherever I'm going to get booked, because that's what I do. That's why I started doing this. I didn't start doing it because of anything else than it was a calling. God, the gods came and said, you know what, bitch, you need to do drag. You're going to be pretty good at it. And I was like, okay. And then here we are. But I will always be one of those bitches where I want to go back to the club, back to the bar. The second I get a free a gap in my schedule, I'm like calling and texting and emailing and saying, hey, just let you know I'm available. Let's do this. Let's do that. And, I think that because there is like an oversaturation of queens, that it's hard. It's not like it used to be where, you could go work, 8 nights a week and be constantly booked. Now it's like, well, we've already had you, or we've got someone else. So I never take it personally. I just look at it as, well, there's plenty of other things going on. Maybe I'll go to that one club I didn't get to go to yet. But I love both. And my favorite part of drag is doing the makeup.
Yeah,
that's my favorite
definitely.
part.
I mean, you're like you're the mother of makeup. Like you have inspired so many queens for your makeup. I mean, like no one can do makeup like Raven.
I thank you for that, but I never thought, like, I know that, and I've been told, Rue calling you is a seal of approval. It, like, that tells you right there. But I still look at other queens and I'm like, oh, I like that. Or I'll be looking and I'll be like, okay, what is that? What did you use there? And I'll try some other things.
Which queen? Like, do you have any queens that you could think of, like right off the top of your head?
Well, Morphine is one of them. Sophia Cristal. That bitch, Silky. Like, Silky is a makeup icon to me.
Really?
She's someone I look at, and when you see her by herself, out of makeup, what she's able to do, and watching her do it, watching her put it on is a mess. I told her
that's the old school drag. I love that.
And she blends it out, does it quickly, but everything is articulated, carved. Everything is in its place and blended and beautifully done to where she walks out and you're like, and she looks gorgeous every single time.
Yeah. She's definitely a really pretty queen. She's really lucky that it naturally comes to her, because girl, the rest of us have to have fillers and things. But
Girl, I don't have any. I need it.
You've never done it?
You don't.
You've never filled, pumped?
No, I have filled, but I definitely need to get back into it.
No, she doesn't. Shontelle is naturally really pretty without all that too.
So I have a question for you, Shontelle. Is that your hair that grows out of your head?
Yes, look.
Okay.
Look,
Everybody asked this.
No,
it really is
real,
her hair.
I promise. So my hair is naturally like bone straight, and I just had it permed. And it's the first time I've ever had my hair permed, because I was just so tired of having to style it every time to look normal. But yes, it's real, I promise.
Yeah,
everybody thinks it's like one of those topper things.
That's what I thought it was, because my hair naturally looks like that. When it grows out, I get a curl.
I'm so jealous.
But I remember in high school, I used to relax it. because my hair was like down to here. But when it was curled like this, when I would actually brush it out or straighten it, it was down to here. So I used to get a relaxer and relax it. And then we ended up cutting it to here. I had this like page boy bob.
Question. So you were born in Idaho, but what is your nationality? Because that's sounding like you have like, what is it, like really curly hair?
It's not really curly. It's big loose curls like yours. I'll find a picture and try and send it. But yeah, I have big. I'm Eastern European. My dad is, we're Eastern European, and I think my mom it's like Irish Scottish. My mom is a little white lady who has My dad is this 6'4". He looks he looks Greek. He looks Italian. He looks.
Oh, my type, honey.
Shit.
He's big. Sign me up. And I remember him getting a perm once.
Your dad got a perm? Oh my gosh.
Why are you doing that? Because as a child, I had only ever seen my mom getting a perm. And I was like, why is he doing it? And I remember thinking, but then when I look back and I see pictures, I'm like, oh, okay, it actually looks pretty good.
It's so funny you say that about your dad. When I was a little kid, I was raised by my grandparents. And my grandfather, who raised me, always had like a massive, almost like Santa Claus beard.
Uh-huh.
And one day, he decided to shave it. First, I don't know why. Nobody knows. Nobody had ever seen him without a beard since I was a baby.
And you were how old?
At this time maybe like 10, 11.
So you've only known him for 10 years with a beard.
With a beard, and then he shaved it, and he looked so like his facial structure was not what I thought it was. It was like I was like, Dad, don't ever shave your beard again. Like, please keep the beard.
And that's why a lot of guys are doing the beard, because it hides something that they
you can like contour it.
Yeah.
And my gosh, it was wild.
I like having facial hair, but that's another thing that goes along with drag. You'll meet a guy who loves your facial hair and your armpit hair and your chest hair, and then when you have to shave it, they'll kind of let you know how turned off they are, and it's like, okay, well, this is part of who I am. So if you don't like it,
right,
bye. So
yeah,
it's funny, but yeah, facial hair, it's crazy what that does. And when you see those kids, have you seen the videos of the kids who see their dad for the first time, and they
some of them cry.
Yes.
Aww.
Yeah. So going along with that, I used to think I had two moms growing up. I had the mom that
why?
Because I had the mom that tucked me in at night in her little robe nightgown, wet hair, smelled like oil of Olay, no makeup. Then I had the one who I would see in the morning, who had painted, her hair styled, dressed. So it was a very weird thing, because I thought, there's two women that live here. And it wasn't until I actually saw her.
That's so crazy. I've never heard someone say
Isn't
that
that
before.
weird? I did. And I thought, wow, okay. And then when I saw her, what she did, I'm like, oh, that's how she's doing all this. Because she was always frosted tips, permed, tight little crop haircut, eyeshadow, nails, all of that. And the only reason she was even able to do that is because my grandmother worked at a salon, so she was able to hey, hook me up, hey, help me out. So she would always look expensive, but on a real tight budget.
I love that. One of my only memories of my birth mother was I was a little baby sitting on the floor, and she had naturally black hair, and she bleached it. This was in the 80s. She bleached it so it was like that golden yellow, so it was not pretty. Mm-hmm. But she had like really curly 80s hair, and she was putting on eyeshadow in a vanity. I don't know why I remember this, but
because it's fabulous. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And that time is fabulous. When you really look at that and think about it, you go, wow, what a time. We
were gay, bitch. We were gay as babies. Yeah. We knew.
Yep. I knew. And anyone who tries to say, oh my goodness, we had no idea, you're lying.
Yeah, we knew the glamour. We were attracted to it.
Yeah.
Bitch, yeah. I'll be right back. I got something in my eye.
Oh, no.
Rubbing it, and it's making it worse. Hold
on. You go do that.
What is she sitting on? Is that, is it one of like those gaming chairs?
Yeah, she's one of those people. She's a gamer. She streams on Twitch and all that kind of stuff. Chantel's actually a big nerd.
You know what? I find that I tend to be a little more. I gravitate more toward the nerd, where I'd rather be around those types of people who have a passion for something, because nerds seem to be more passionate about things, and when they start to talk to you about something, they're like, "Oh my gosh, have you heard of the new this, or have you seen the new that, or did you hear about this? And let me show you." I loves me a nerd.
That's very Shontelle. Yeah,
No, my eyes are so sensitive, like, because me doing hair and costumes and working with glues and stuff, like, if I rub my eyes are so sensitive that, like, the smallest thing just starts making it, like, burn.
Oh, God.
Yeah. We were just talking about how much of a nerd you are. And she collects a lot of stuff, girl. If you saw her game room, she collects everything.
Like what? What is it you collect?
The thing is like... So for me, like, as a kid, like, I wasn't really allowed to express myself to, like, my truest potential, I felt like, because you know how it was, like, growing up back in the day, it was, like, not acceptable.
Wait, how old are you?
And so, like, I'm 36.
Okay.
So growing up, I would watch Sailor Moon, like, right before school at, like, 5 o'clock in the morning because it was my favorite show, or, like, Pokemon, or The Little Mermaid. Like, I used to beg my mom for the Little Mermaid doll in the mall, and I would get my ass beat because I was so, like, I just wanted it. I was obsessed with it.
Do you have one now?
So, like,
Do you have a Little Mermaid doll now?
Oh, she has 50 of them. Okay. She has 50 of them.
So I have the originals. I have the Halle Bailey dolls. I'm just like, for me, I like collecting these things because I feel like it's just like a love letter to like my younger version, to where like I get to really do the things that I want to do. You know what I mean?
And you now make your own money. You live your own life. You've got no one else over you saying, no, you can't have this. No, this is what you're allowed to have. I do the same thing, bitch.
It's the same with my drag too.
Yeah, because you can. You can. Because you can. Oh, I want to wear this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to style it like that. I'm going to have it like this. It's better to be.
That's why when people say, yes, and that's why when people are like, oh, you have so many different looks, and it's because like as a kid growing up, I wasn't allowed to like appreciate those things or like really show that I liked them. So like sometimes I'll dress up as a cosplay character, or sometimes I'll dress up as this look or that, because my mom loved fashion. Like she was a hairstylist and she would always get dressed up and go and have her hair done to the nines. And like I was obsessed with it, but I wasn't really allowed to like wear those.
They didn't want you to be gay. Yeah.
Yes, you know. I think my mom knew, but she didn't want to accept it.
We all know.
Now. Yeah, and it's like now doing what I do now, it's kind of like I'm doing these things because I wasn't really allowed to do that before, you know?
Yeah. And now you can.
Chantel, ask them more questions. We've asked literally 2 questions from your list.
Sorry.
So okay, another one is, so I remember you talking about how like drag has really changed and is like more respected now, but like I feel like this industry is very oversaturated to where there's so many people doing drag and things like that. So what would be something you could tell newer queens that are getting started to really solidify themselves in the industry?
This is a very good question, because it's going to go right back to what we were just talking about, being authenticity. A lot of times you can look at certain queens, and whether they're at a club, maybe they haven't been on TV yet, some of them who do show up on TV, and you can see who they're, I mean, sometimes it's not inspired, it's like literally aspired, like they want to be that person. And I feel like you need to find yourself. Think about why you're doing it first, and then really have that guide you. Okay, do I want to be fierce and fabulous? Okay, then this is the kind of look that I'm going to present. Or do I want to be the cosplay queen? Okay, then this is going to be the type of thing. So it's really about being authentic, because there are so many, and there are more coming up as we speak, and from all over the world, that if you're not doing it for the right reasons, it can be read on stage, and you will be not. It's just. Yeah, it's not.
Drag queens are a dime a dozen. You have to do stuff, like you said, authenticity and things to stand out that are not a carbon copy of everybody else.
And also try and be on time. because a lot of clubs they have like a lot of bitches wanting to be in shows. And when you're
Yeah.
running late, you're running everyone else late. And then the showrunner, the producer, the bar, the whoever is running it is going to remember that and go, this bitch put us back 30 minutes. Why weren't you here on time? Why didn't you show up
Yeah.
ahead of time? So
Yeah.
that's another thing. Oh gosh, here comes my dog. Hold on. Sorry. He's going blind.
Oh.
But he fell asleep shortly before we sat down. I was like, okay, good. I've got about an hour. And he just woke up. If he doesn't know where I'm at, he will run around the house and looking for me. And if I'm not, so
I also have a blind dog.
yeah.
He I think he can still slightly see like shapes and light.
He can
But,
still
like,
see
he's blind.
very like if I do this, he realizes, okay, you're there. But he'll walk around
Yeah.
doing this because he thinks he's constantly going to run into something.
Oh yeah, my dog. I take him outside. He will walk right into the wall. And
Same with him. How old is he?
He is 10, but he's a English bulldog, so their lifespan's 10 to 12.
Yeah.
So he's a senior bulldog.
Yeah, he's 15.
Oh yeah, I have one that's 17, but she's a min pin, so like they live a long time. Unfortunately.
Okay, I want to ask questions because I know we don't have much time. Okay. I don't want to keep you real long, but one other question. This just talks about your show Painted with Raven. Mm-hmm. What inspired you to start the show?
Well, we started it because of COVID, because it was like, okay, let's do something and let's do it remote and do it different. And let's do it, in a grid, like a Zoom, because that's what everyone's doing right now. So we were kind of sitting there talking about it. And I was like, this kind of sounds fun. And it was, bouncing ideas off of each other. And then it's very clunky. Those days were very long. And then you were trying to make, we were sending each one of the contestants a lighting thing, a computer, a hard drive, all of this stuff to set up and do this.
That's literally what voice actors do too, right?
Yeah.
They send them like equipment, everything like that.
So it was just crazy. It was hard and it was very expensive. And so that's why we ended up doing the interview style one, which I actually liked just as much, but I also loved watching, these new faces show up and the creativity. That's what I love, is seeing like, okay, what are you going to do with this, the parameters of this box of paper?
And y'all are on season 3, right?
We did because we did 2 seasons of Painted with Raven. Then we did Painting with Raven. So who knows where we're going to go next? I never wanted to do the contest. Oh, so we did 2 seasons of Painted with Raven, 1 of Painting with Raven, and then 2 of the touch-ups. And I think we're going to keep it more interview style. Then that way it's, it's easier to do. It's a lot cheaper to do. And we're getting to revisit with queens who, may have had a glow up, may have, do something different, and then learn ideas from them and just find out stuff and talk with them. We always try and keep it upbeat and fun.
Yeah, I love it. And also it keeps it refreshed if you, like, every couple of seasons you're doing something new. And people can watch this on Wow Presents Plus.
Yes.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
An Aries? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. I'm a Sagittarius.
You don't follow astrology?
My boyfriend does.
I follow astrology. I don't think I have a lot of Aries friends.
I keep meeting a lot of Taurus, and Taurus are the ones that I tend to be closer with. Some of my best friends, my longest friends, are all Taurus.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question, a really quick question. Yeah. Who is, because you obviously know a lot of drag race girls. Out of all the drag race girls, who are you closest to? Morgan. I love Morgan is such a good person.
Yeah, she's so genuine. Like, she literally just, like, my album is my my pre-save link dropped today for my album. And I talked to Morgan, but I don't talk to her like Trinity does. And she shared it on her page and was like, go check out Chantel's new album. Like, I thought that was so sweet. Like, she's very genuine.
She's a hype girl.
Very.
She's like, yeah,
Claps for
bitch, I got
others.
you. She's one of the Morgan, Mayhem, we all have rolled together. Vanity, you know Vanity from Palm Desert. You met her,
Yeah.
We all, are from that area, that time. So we all, Vanity started a little bit before us, but Morgan, I was actually just on the phone with her before we did this, but she has always been like that, where she's like, come on.
Yeah, I would tell you though, Morgan is one of those girls that is fake, and I'm gonna tell you why she's fake. Because she puts on this front that she is this like bad bitch queen, but girl, she is literally the sweetest. Like, would give you the shirt off her back,
Yeah,
and like is the kindest. Would like give anybody work. But girl, she puts on this front that she's like this bad bitch. I mean, she can be, but she is a sweetheart. I became really close to her throughout the years since Drag Race, and then like we hang out all the time now that I'm here. Like,
she called me one day. I was talking about how I wanted to like do fillers, and she called me one day and she was like, girl, you need to come stay with me and go to my doctor. And she was giving me all this like this tea on how to do it and who to talk to. I was like, that is so sweet. Like she's a good
no,
kind of gal.
that I don't want to go too far off, but you're 36.
Yeah.
You've never done any fillers, anything, nothing.
No, I've done fillers, but it's been so long that like all of them have just kind of worked its course out.
Yeah, I have to go in and get a touch up as soon as I see things. I want to get what is it? The ponytail lift.
Oh, girl, I'm going next month to get everything done.
Really?
My surgery is on the 10th.
A facial feminization.
I'm getting my silicone removed out of my face. I'm getting
so they can replace it with what?
Rhinoplasty revision on one side. I'm getting blepharoplasty, which is like the crease in here. I'm getting a lip lift. I'm getting a neck lift because you see all these lines. She's just going to go ahead and do it. I don't want to have a bunch of surgery all the time, so I'm just getting it all done at the same time. And I'm getting a deep plane facelift. I'm getting all this done because my 40th birthday was in December, and this is my present to myself. I was like, I want to get this because silicone as you age just gets heavier and weighs down your face, and I want it gone.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be so different to not see you with fillers.
Yeah, well, we hope it looks fine. And that's another thing. It's like, also, like you were saying, facial feminization. I'm not doing like the brow shave yet. I've always said that I'm an in-between. Before this whole thing of like where everybody knows what non-binary is, I truly do feel that's the realm that I live in.
Bitch, we all do. The second we put that dress on, those high heel shoes, that wig, and we walked out on stage, we left the binary in the dressing room. We left the binary in the bathroom. That's just how it is.
I'm gonna see how I feel after I heal and decide if I want to go further with like transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know. That's the biggest thing for me, because I'm very vain, and if I can't look how I want to look, if I can't look how I want to look, then I'm not gonna go further with that. I mean, honest, I'm vain. Hello, I think we all kind of are.
If to do drag, you have to be. There was a time where we showed up to go do a Pride.
Hello.
Oh,
sorry. I was like, hello.
There was a time where we showed up to do a Pride and they had no mirrors, and we said, "Where are the mirrors? Where's the mirror? You want us to do 2 different looks? We need to have mirrors. We're going to change." And they were like, "Oh," and so while they're trying to like think about it, we turned and looked at them and said, "This is a very vain job. We're presenting a
Yeah.
look. You want us to look good. We want to look good. We need to have mirrors. They're like, come on. So they ran and got.
Well,
I've never got when people do drag shows and they don't have mirrors and like fans. Let's do the shady questions.
yeah, we're gonna move to what we call this segment controversy countdown.
Okay.
And this is just like topics. You don't have to take these serious. And if you don't want to answer, just tell us, we'll move along. But this is speaking of vain, one of the questions, and I kind of know what your answer is going to be because we started drag around the same time, so it's a little different now. But we want to know, there's been controversy with the fans to do with you tanning. What do you feel about that? What do you feel about like how the fans are taking you tanning, and how they're interpreting that versus how you genuinely feel about it?
My thing is this: most people, all of them, know who I am because of Drag Race. You have celebrated me for the fact that I use makeup, highlighter, contour, fake lashes, lipstick. Then I use foam and corsetry to manipulate the shape of my body. Then I put on a wig, high-heeled shoes, a dress, nails, perfume, to walk out onto a stage and move my mouth to someone else's music. I literally started appropriating the minute I got in the shower. You gonna get mad because I can get tanned? This is where you're gonna draw the line? This is where you're gonna be like, no, you can't do that. Every time I go and lay in my backyard, I think, who am I gonna piss off? Who's gonna be mad? Because I don't care. When it first started happening, I honestly thought I was doing something wrong. And then my friend's like, bitch, you've been doing this your whole life. I just am sorry that you've ever had to see me without a tan. If you have seen me without one, because I don't like the tone. It's one of those things that people need to find to try and hold you accountable for. To say, no,
or to tear you down because they know that's the only thing that's going to catch fire.
Exactly. So they can continue to try and say that that's what I'm doing. It's not, but good luck. And if that's your daily thing, is checking in to see how Black Raven looks now, you're just going to stay mad. So it's hilarious because it's taken such flight, but I'm not.
Like I said, it's the one thing that they'll say that they know people will catch. It'll catch fire fast.
Yeah.
But also, I think you cleared it up. You said exactly. I mean, I'm sure you said it before, but you said it again. And if people didn't know before, now they know if they're listening. You are not trying to be a different ethnicity. You just like to be tan.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to apologize for the fact that I can go out and do that. I can walk outside and tan. So this precious generation of people who need you to apologize to them because of the way they view something or see something, I don't fucks with those people. You can stay mad.
Yeah.
If I were doing something legitimately wrong and offensive and I were called on it, I would say, okay. Because there have been times I have done things that were questionable where people were like, and I go, okay, I won't. But I'm not going to just completely bend because there's people who doesn't like the way something looks when it's not right. Yeah.
Or they're misinterpreting what it is that you're doing.
Yeah. And your intent behind something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because intent is important. I say this all the time. Intent is important. Yes. Yeah.
I got one more.
Okay, ask. Wait, here we go.
Okay, so here's a good one. I don't even know if this is actually relevant or if it even matters, but on the show, I remember watching you and you could not stand Tatiana, honey. You were not having it with her. So my question is, do you still do you still talk to Tatiana and like what's the relationship like?
I love Tatiana. At the time when we were there, I was very jealous of her. I was fucking jealous. I saw this young new kid that was getting all of these, just all of the accolades, and it was like, fuck. And at the time, it was, you're also put in this fishbowl with 11 other people who are the top, or amongst the top of their area. And it was also very new that you are clawing to try and get ahead or on top or a scene. So at the time, I didn't care for her. I love her. We text each other often, and there's times where I'll see, something making its rounds about her, and I'll text her, hey, are you okay? Don't respond. Let's just, and but I love her. Every time we work together, we have a good time. I can't drink as much as she can anymore. Me and that bitch used to, I used to, everyone knows Raven used to throw him back. Now I have one drink and I'm good.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing with being on the show, and especially being on the show like many years ago. Even me, like season 9 was a long time ago. So like the things that happened on a show that literally you filmed in 1 month.
Yeah.
Your relationships aren't the same as they were then as they are probably years later.
No.
Like sometimes you don't talk to these bitches ever again. And some of these you become best friends with, even if you fought with them on a show for a month. So the dynamics of things change, although the fans don't see that. They only see what they know from 1 month of filming.
And what they're seeing is each episode usually takes 2 days. So they're having to cram the best parts of those 2 days into 42, 43 minutes. Enjoy it for what it is. And if you have questions, ask, but don't just start assuming that this is what it is. It's funny when you see people who are so they think it's Bible. Like, this is exactly how it is. And like you said, you can leave that show and we will never speak again. Our paths crossed for a moment in time, and this was what it was. And then there are others that you go on with and you will remain friends with, hopefully, for as long as you both can stand each other.
Yeah.
My question now is, because you brought up the show and like going to film and all that, would you ever go back to compete at Drag Race?
I would love to, but I can't.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest, number one. But number two, while I would be getting myself ready, I would be getting Rue ready. So,
girl, that's what confused me when you walked in for All Star 7.
Oh, yeah.
Because I literally believed you were competing with us. I was like,
I'll never forget walking over and you going, bitch, I have reads for all these bitches here, but not one for you. Because you guys are going to do the reading challenge. And I just started laughing and I thought, how are we even going to pull this off? But it was, I mean, I had the time of my life. I have always said, filming season 2, I had the time of my life. No phone, no internet, no nothing. Getting up, shaving, getting ready, go to set. What are we doing today? Okay. And just, I loved it. And even now, being on set, I look forward to it. But I had the time of my life. I would do it again in a heartbeat if I could. But I'm not.
Is there any shows though that because there's got to be other shows that you could do to
like Canada versus the World? You could do that because
well, not even just Drag Race formulated stuff. Is there any other TV shows that you've wanted to do?
I haven't even thought about that. I feel like my favorite thing and my something I excel at is drag. So because I remember watching America's Next Top Model, I said, if they ever do a show like this for drag queens, I have to do it. I have to be on it. So when it came out that they were doing it, I said, oh my God, I've got to do this. And I auditioned for season 1 and I got I filled everything out and I didn't make it. And I was like, okay. So then when season 2 happened, they were like, will you audition? I said, I don't. I was like, no, I don't have what it takes. No, I'm not. And so I was helped by a couple of people from the casting company. Like, okay, we'll help you, because maybe this didn't happen, or maybe you didn't give enough that. So I was able to put together a better reel and sell myself. But I'm happy to have been on season 2. Like I watched
Yeah.
season 1 and was like, oh my God, this is fucking fabulous. Look at this. Drag
Yeah.
queens are on TV on VH1 because that's where I was watching. We didn't have Logo. We had VH1. I think it aired Mondays on Logo and Tuesdays on VH1. And I would get together
Yeah.
with my friends. We would have a little potluck dinner and we would watch Drag Race and go, oh my gosh, I want to do this. So to go on season 2 and then see the size and the like how everything was, I'm like, okay, it was better I made it on season 2.
I'll be honest, I think your idea of coming up with a show where you put drag queens to compete like their top models would be fucking sickening, especially because there's so many like drag queens that do that model-esque like tall, skinny,
Yeah.
lanky look, that like it would be great to put together a bunch of like drag queens that are different shapes and sizes of models
Mhm.
to like compete. I think it would be fierce. You should try to do it.
Yeah, and then later on, years later, you get canceled like Tyra for
Putting
maltreatment.
you through every single thing.
Here's the thing, like that was some good fucking TV.
It was.
Yes, it
I
was,
remember
girl.
watching that, and I remember watching the girls getting yelled at, and I remember them going in there and saying, "No, they're ripping your teeth out and they're putting in new ones." I remember them saying they're taking this off and they're cutting this hair, and it's like there were a couple of things that were a little questionable, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was a fucking fierce TV show, a fierce TV show,
Yeah.
It's become memes for years.
yeah, and no matter what, people are going to try. They're going to do their best to try and cancel you. Whenever you're doing something, whenever you're seen and
Excelling.
heard and excelling, is when people are trying to cancel and they're trying to go no.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. Cancel culture isn't. It's not activism. You're not doing this to, oh, we're going to make a better tomorrow. No, you're doing this because you don't like the way something looks and you want people to submit to the way you think or believe. So I'm going to do everything I can to get you, so I don't have to see it.
Or they want to knock you down so that they can get ahead.
Or that.
Yeah. Last question before we go, because we've had you for over an hour. We don't want to keep you.
Well, I'm having fun though.
I know,
We've
having a
had
good
so much
time
fun.
with you. Like, it's so fluid. I love it.
So you are the queen who knows the best, and I want everybody, because I'm sure you get this question all the time. So everybody listening, pay attention. If you're trying to audition for the show, Shontelle, you better pay attention. What would you say? What advice would you give to a queen who is trying to get on RuPaul's Drag Race? What is something they need to be doing for their audition tape to be considered, to stand out?
This is going to go back to what we were talking about before: authenticity. When you're trying to sell a character or you're trying to appear a certain way, they can see that. So when you're not being yourself and you're trying to put that affectation on your voice, oh, look at me, and you're doing these things, it's like we can tell it's not really who that is. Authenticity is the number one thing, and I think that's what happens with a lot of queens who over the years finally go, oh, I feel more comfortable in my skin, and I actually am going to audition this time and just kind of be a little more loose, and then they end up getting cast on the show. But authenticity will always win the day, and that's the main thing. Because when you're going in and you're sitting there and trying to do that, bitch, I will fuck a hoe up if she's doing that, and you're doing all these things. It's like, but would you really? Would you really?
Also, we've seen it.
And there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying too about it though, where you're saying but the thing is like, I feel like, because I've auditioned for the show a lot of times, I'll be honest, but I think auditioning so many times has really helped me discover who I am as a person as well.
How many times have you auditioned?
Because at least 9 or 10 times.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know. But it's been over a span of years. It's never been like back to back. But the thing is like, as a kid, like I said, growing up, I was very, what's the word when you can't really be who you are?
Stifled. You were.
Yeah, it was very that. And so kind of putting myself in this realm has really been something that has been hard for me to truly like let myself shine, you know? But after auditioning so many times and answering the questions and really dissecting about who I am as a person, it's not only helped me get better at auditioning for the show, but it's helped me as a person through drag in my
And
life.
what you also need to really focus on is it's not like I'm sending one video and they're looking at this one video and they go, no, they were sent hundreds, thousands of
Yeah.
videos and they're looking at
Right.
all of them. You're
Yeah.
one amongst several that didn't make it. So it's always good not to take it personally.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there may come a time where your video comes across. I don't know how is it Vimeo now or
Oh, I have no idea.
I think I don't even know.
But you know, like back then it was, we need you to put a thing on tape or on a disc and send it in to us. But they get so many of them that it's like, you know, so as long as it's looking good, it's clean, and you're giving yourself to the camera, that's what it mainly is. But never take it personally that, oh my gosh, they didn't like me. There was not they didn't like you, they didn't pick you, but there were thousands that they didn't pick. So you it's like when people try and say, oh Raven, you didn't win. No, I didn't, and so did 10 other queens that were on the same show as me. So when someone is using that as it's like, well, look at the bigger picture. There's been thousands. How many queens that have been on different franchises around the world? There's only a winner from, well, sometimes there's two winners from one season, but
damn.
Yes,
I remember when that happened, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, girl, we remember too when we were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, but you know what though? That it's not like it wasn't deserved. It's not like
no. We I think now, like, and I say this all the time now. Me and Monet both love it, but at the time we were both like butthurt. We both were like they should have chosen either or. But now it's like we love it because I love Monet. But also at that time, Monet and I had never met until we competed against each other, and we did not know each other through that process and really didn't interact for months after we got done filming. It wasn't until we won and we started traveling and then later on that we really got to know each other. I love Monet. Monet's one of my favorite drag race queens. I think she's really genuine. I think she's very talented, and I think we were both deserving for different reasons.
Yes, and it's also fierce. You were the only two tied. You're the only two that tied.
That's what I mean. You become a part of history.
That's kind of a fierce thing to go, yeah, bitch, I tied. We are the only two. We were both so fucking fierce. They could not decide. They had to count.
And besides that, girl, we both got our money, honey. That's the thing. So we didn't have to split the money. We both got $100,000.
That's sickening.
Yeah.
But see that's what the shady part is. The next year is when they doubled the amount of money, bitch.
Because they were like, we can give away $200,000.
Yeah. Oh yeah, girl. Exactly, bitch. Exactly. Because
I remember.
Well, thank you so much.
I think season 2 was 25,000. Was the grand
25,000?
And All Stars.
Girl, that's as much as some of the girls' packages that they put on for Drag Race.
Ooh, bitch.
And that's the other thing with the the package or the bringing stuff to the show. No one says you have to bring that.
Right.
Yeah.
No one told you.
And
we need a look from you that's 10 grand. No, we need this look from you. No matter what you spend on it, that's what you're going to present. Because you could wear $10 worth of jewels and make them look like $1 million. And then you could cloak yourself in $1 million worth of jewels and look like you rolled in $10 worth of rhinestones. So it's all about presentation. So
it's all about that.
Yeah.
Styling.
Me and my boyfriend always talk. We're always like, well, first off, because we know how to sew, and I've learned drag through Trinity, where Trinity grew up making things out of nothing and like turning, like that's where the heart of drag is being creative, you know? And so me and my boyfriend always say, we're like, bitch, if we ever get that opportunity to have just stipends or money or things like that, just to like, we would probably make more money doing what we love than having to spend so much than going, because like these people we go on the show spending like $25,000-$50,000 taking out loans to make these looks, when I'm like, bitch, I can make these looks myself and probably spend.
Put that money in the bank, bitch.
Here, so
Yes,
here's
that's
the
what I'm
thing that
saying.
is more upsetting is those people who are spending that kind of money and then they leave with a shitty attitude. And they leave getting mad and upset because they didn't like something that they wore, or they didn't care for this, or they didn't get to wear that. That's on you. You are the one who decided to go out and spend that much money on that garment.
Right.
And if it did not get featured on the show, that is on you.
Don't blame it on the edit.
That you're the one who said it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. We really enjoyed this. I
for
love getting
having
to
me.
know little facts about you. So we were really excited about having you.
No, seriously.
Well, I was
we had so
excited
much
to
fun
do
with
this. I in fact, I rushed home because I was like, oh shit, I forgot. I need to be home and, rigging my kitchen so that it looks like somewhat of a studio. But thank you for having me.
No, thank you
I
for taking the time to do
I
this.
loved every second of it, even the parts where we were
Oh.
frozen and had no idea what the other one.
Yes, well, girl, you and I both are usually frozen.
Usually, I have.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm wearing off a little bit, but
Bitch.
thank you for having me. No, honestly, thank you. I don't say yes to everyone.
But thank you so much. Yes, and hopefully, I'll see you around now that I live in
Also,
LA.
before you leave, is there any other things that you're doing or you want to plug?
The only thing that I have coming up is the Emmys.
Yes, the
Yeah,
Emmys.
we got 10 nominations, and makeup was nominated again. So fingers crossed.
Oh, fierce.
And how many Emmys have you won?
One.
That's,
But you know what? That's all you need.
Girl, yeah, you're an Emmy winner.
Emmy
That's
winner for life.
fierce.
The two main nominations I always am like is the show and Rue, because that's kind of like the leading, and then everything else comes behind it. But there's been a lot of drama over Emmys over the years, but it's always like, wow, I never would have thought I would have ever been nominated. I never would have thought I'd been working with that bitch in a dressing room at all. But then to be nominated for that work, like it's insane. And I still honestly cannot believe I am doing what I'm doing. Like if you would have told the 14-year-old boy that saw RuPaul on TV, you're going to be working with him, you're going to be doing it, I would have said, you're a liar. No, I'm not. I would have never.
I love your energy.
So,
yeah.
What?
I said I love your energy and how humble you are. It's fierce.
Oh, well, I mean that's who I is. But if you cross me, I'll cut a bitch.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Raven, and I'm sure we'll talk soon.
We will. I'm going to start doing gigs around here, so I know we'll get booked.
Yeah, please.
Are you still in Orlando?
No. I just moved here in April, so I live in Hollywood.
So, Shontelle,
I live
you're
in
in Orlando.
No, I live in Kentucky.
You're in Kentucky. Wait, where at?
Yeah. I live in Louisville.
I'm going to be there.
When?
Yeah, September 12th.
You've got to link up.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to link up. And I think if
I'm doing Louisville and I'm doing
Nashville.
But one before the other. Obviously not the same night. But yeah, I think the 12th I'm in Louisville. So you better be there.
So maybe I'll come out and see you, or we could maybe get lunch or something if you have time.
But you need to be working in the show.
Oh, well, I'll ask.
I don't eat on the day of a show.
Oh.
I don't like the feel of
tic-tac lunch.
Food digesting and being in my gut when I'm putting all that on. And I'll wait till after. And trust me, I've been taken to many places to eat afterward where I'm like, give me one of these, two of those, three of the, and I eat all of it. So I never eat before I'm going to get in drag. It's just my thing.
Yeah.
Message Raven, or on Instagram, and maybe y'all can link up when she's there.
We will.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you, and I'll see you around. Hopefully, I'll tell Morgan to book me in the same show that when you're with her.
Yes, we'll do it.
So, all right.
Thank
you. Bye. I love her.
I know, she is a key.
Yeah. So, because we have ran long, we're not going to do a game today,
Yep.
but we thank you all for listening to the pod.
So just to let everybody know before we close out, pre-save for my new album, The Butterfly Effect, is out now. So we will make sure we attach the link right here below us. Please, please, please go pre-save the album. It helps get everything into the algorithm. And hopefully y'all just genuinely love the music.
Yes. I'm so excited. The artwork that you dropped is so fierce. It's so good. I'm so proud of you.
It's very Trinity coded, bitch.
No, it's very Shontelle coded. It's fierce. It's gorgeous.
It's giving I popped out of your pussy energy.
It's giving great pussy. It's giving great pussy. We love it. We love it. We love it. Go follow Shontelle on all of her stuff at Shontelle Sparkles, her Twitch channel, Shontelle Sparkles, where she streams every
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 9 to 11 Eastern Standard Time.
And she's always giving away gifts there too, so make sure you're checking those out. Subscribe, like, and comment to enter for a chance to win these prizes this go round. And we will see you sometime soon. Until next week.